Alright, hello everyone, Internet Tomato here. I am back, Mr. Creepy McCreep. So I have learned that whenever you complete the final story, that the game is just over. So I kinda wanna complete everything then. I don't like having to do that, kind of. Because, you know, what was that noise? Great. Because, you know, I'd like to complete the main story right now, but...
Huh? Did you hear something?
I have a quest of killing this guy. Man, he's easy to kill. Oh. Bam. Done. Easy. Doombreaker. Doombringers. Okay, cool. Let's see what that thing does. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of stuff off screen. Increase attack speed by 100% depending on your missing health and severing ray. Right, I did find this earlier. It's a powerful ray. Yeah, okay. Yeah, when it's fully charged, yeah, more damage over time. Very cool. But yeah, so I got a couple of quests. One of them I had already completed by accident. So I just collected a small reward. It was pretty minimal. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I did do some exploring. I discovered okay, I don't know how you get here. There is a mine here, but I don't know what the other end of it is. I don't know if it's one of these, like Sonorn's Hearth. I know it's not the old Weirdstone mine because I've already been in there. I don't know. It seems like maybe there's like a path over here, and then maybe there's another mine over there. I'm wondering if it's in the Wretched Hideout. I want to go here today, Gunnvalder Stronghold, because I was told not to as soon as I entered the region. So of course that means I want to. So yeah, so there's some stuff I want to do. There's also stuff in Cuanacht I'm probably going to accomplish. For example, I did the Children of Morrigan stuff. So I'd like to see if I get anything cool from them. So yeah. Yeah, this lady up here wanted me to kill that guy because he was a terrible person, killed people or something. Hello, Vesta.
I'm listening.
Yeah, okay, I caught the poacher.
So, it was one of the Stagfather's chosen ones. Slaughtering most of our village wasn't enough. He had to butcher the animals too. Scum. I'll toss his head out to rot. Let the worms feed on it. At least he'll be useful to the land. Here. You've done a good thing. It shouldn't go unrewarded. Be careful on the trail.
I go. A rhyme bow. I have a couple of those rhyme bows, actually. Remember seeing it earlier. Yep, hitting a target chills them. Yep.
That you're somehow still alive means only one thing. This entire island is doomed.
Thank you, Chatterbox. Or no, he must be called Chatterblade. Okay. Yeah, the talking sword. Every once in a while I accidentally bring him out. But, yeah, so there's a few things to do. I kind of want to go to the Stone Warden's Vault. You have to go from here. But there must be a quest to go to the Stone Warden's Vault. Like, there's, like, gotta be. I just don't know how to get said quest. I'm going to go to the Gunnvalder Stronghold first. So, if you remember, Gunnvalder was being attacked by Camelot. And they decided to go into the ye old Stronghold over here. I've already, I have, like, killed the skeletons here several times for experience in the past. So I'm assuming that they haven't reset yet. Man. I'm surprised it took so long to kill that guy. I do have Erendite, right? Yeah. Huh. Okay. They must have given these undead buffs because they were a lot easier to kill recently. Maybe there was an update I didn't notice. But anyways. Yeah. So I want to get in there because that's a stronghold. Yeah, so he must have killed most of the undead because that guy was still alive. But yeah, typically there's like a dozen of them, more or less. But they're quite easy to handle. because they're all well, they're not all melee, but they're just not too bad. They're really half melee. Apparently this guy respawned. Thank you. His bow sells for a ton. I think it's 1,500 gold. But yeah. There is also a skeleton boss that spawns, I think, semi-regularly here. But again, very easy to deal with. Yeah, let's go to the Gunnvalder Stronghold and see what's inside. Maybe it'll be something cool. Who knows? No one has sent me here. I've talked to all the Gunnvalder people twice. And there's no quest that I noticed. A person? I don't know. It might have been a croakmaw. Well, not a croakmaw, something. Some creature. Oh, didn't even notice the chest. Mad dog. Okay. Lock is broken. That's fine. Seems pretty chill. Seems really chill, actually. Yeah. Also, I'm hard at work making the various scripts. Kilt might sell. Who knows? Okay. But yeah, Camelot killed everybody. Camelot Soldier's Note. Screw these lands. Snow everywhere. Can't make out what's where. I leave you a sketch of a quick map of where we've hidden supplies. Galahad doesn't know anything. You'll have to snaffle them on your way back. Okay, that must be outside, right? Hello, Mr. Ghost. Oh, this is actually pretty easy. I'm curious if there's anybody to kill here in particular. Like, is there some sort of final boss? I pray here. Whoop. Buried him out there. What was that? O Mother, guide our hands in battle. Steady our hearts in fear. Let your strength flow through us as it did in the days of old. If we fall, let our spirits remain unbroken, and our deeds echo in the mountains you once walked. I found a few of these prayers. I don't know who they're for. Well, Moth there, but somebody must want them. Oh, hello. Who are you? Froda, the chieftain. He just ran away. Wait, can I talk to him? Uh-oh. Yes. Hopefully he doesn't remember they just hit him. Hello. It just feels I'm not getting experience for killing these ghosts. Cool. Okay. I'm sure I missed some things here and there in the boxes, but it's not a big deal. Alright. Please don't be upset.
You reek of his cowardice. You've met my son, the traitor. Son a serpent, not a wolf.
Who or what are you?
A shadow has fallen over me, for I raised a traitor. No memories will remain. My name, Frode of Gunnvalder, will be scattered by the winds of betrayal.
Your son? Who?
He called himself a son of Gunnvalder, but he left us to die. By abandoning his tribe, he abandoned his true name, One Eye. They call him One Eye now. My son. A traitor, raised by myself. Curse me!
One Eye is your son?
A painful truth. Son a traitor. If anyone ever speaks the name Frode aloud, this is what they'll remember. The father of a traitor and a coward. What a disgrace.
Why are you telling me?
Truth deserves to be known, even if it is born in pain. The dead do not forget. The Gunnvalder do not forget. Tell me, do you fight with honor, or will you flee as he did?
I'll fight.
Then let this ruin bear witness. One last time.
Ooh, dodged me. I probably should bring in my summons. Can I bring in a second Galahad? No. Yeah, I forgot. Can't do it. Go for it, guys. There we go. Broad axe +6. Prayer of one walking to death. I tied my braid with your ribbon. The battle is near. My spirit soars. My axe is hungry. These are last words I leave behind in the world of the living. We'll soon meet, my beloved Cowrie. Cowrie. Maybe I should. Well, I don't know where One Eye is. I have looked for him a few times now. I don't know where he went. The dude is just gone. Alright. Also, apparently there's different stashes around here that I can take that the Camelician's buried. Interesting. Also, there was a place called the Wretched Hideout. Many of these locations, I don't know if it has a quest attached. But we'll go to the stash. Can I just jump down here? That'd be cool. No. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Oh. Not all too useful. Yeah, so I don't know where this leads. I think I'll go in. I don't know if there's gonna be a quest attached. There's several places. There's several caves that I've come across that no quest has been attached yet. I don't know if there ever will be a quest attached. I've talked to several people, like in terms of in-game. I haven't heard too much. Sylvius.
Stop. Don't come any closer. Are you alive? Or a ghost?
Here, do you often see people who aren't?
I don't know. Haven't seen anyone in a long time. Last friend of mine left this cave, what, 5 years ago? Could be more. Hard to tell the time in here. But there, it's just endless damn autumn. But yeah, it's been a while. So maybe I've started to lose it. Thought I'd ask. Politely.
Who's asking?
I'm the one asking questions here. Though, looking at you now, I won't kid myself. I wouldn't stand a chance in a fight.
No.
Name's Sylvius. I've lived here many years now.
Are you Del Rita? No.
What? Gods, no. I'm hiding from Del Riata.
Change your
Since
clothes.
the war's still on, and you don't look like a Riata, I say welcome. We can hide together. It's safe, more or less. You get used to the dark. At dusk, before the weirdness creeps in, I go out to, well, I hunt.
Okay, why did Camelot attack Gunnvalder?
I wondered about that too. When the order came, the Del Riata aren't the friendliest neighbors, sure, but they've never done anything to us. And they had a deal with King Arthur. They could rule their lands their way. So why the bloodshed? I thought, and I thought. And finally it hit me. When you don't know what it's about gold. Or something else worth taking. So I figure those fine knights of the Round Table made a deal to bleed the Del Riata dry. And keep the loot for themselves. Because it's miserable back in Camelot. The city's nothing like the capital from the old stories. It's a stinking gutter. No wonder they're after coin.
What war?
The war with Del Riata started with the Gunnvalder lot. But I heard Galahad say he'd bring in reinforcements and push on. And the Del Riata, I used to think they were savages. But even though they do fight like wild beasts, they're just people like you and me. And I'm done helping with this. That's why I'm hiding.
How long have you been here?
Well, since Camelot crushed the Gunnvalder. Don't know how long exactly, long enough. A few lads and I never got the retreat order. They left without us. We had no choice. We had to hide, had to survive. I made it because I was stubborn. The others, they gave up, walked out, never came back. That's how I know the war is still going. And nothing will drag me out of this cave.
Yeah, maybe they just went home. That'd be so mean, but they probably did. Well, the war is long over. Camelot pulled out. They never came back.
What? No, that can't be. I hear battle sounds every day. They're so loud. Feels like the war's going on just over the hill. But the weirdness comes at night. And what happened to Gunnvalder Keep? That was a massacre. Maybe it is the weirdness. I've heard it can bring your worst fears to life. Thought that was just stories for kids. I don't know what to think anymore.
Maybe your comrades just went home.
Who knows? They left me, just left. I've been alone ever since. Alone in this awful place. Too scared to walk more than a few steps from the cave. So many years. And now what? What am I even supposed to do? If I go back home, they'll think I'm a spy. They'll hang me before I say a word. But if I stay, I'll die here, alone. When you leave, I might never speak to anyone again. I'll just rot here in this dark, cold cave.
Well, I think you should take the risk. Go back. There's no war anymore.
Maybe I will. I'll go back as a beggar. Nobody needs to know who I really am.
Just go to
right?
Cuanacht.
You're right. I'll pack some supplies and start walking. It's a long road home. Thank you for showing up. You're welcome to use this cozy little cave of mine whenever you like. I won't be needing it anymore. Before we part ways, I'll give you the location of the stash left behind by our old legate, one of Galahad's close men. His treasures weren't any use to me, not in the state I've been living in, and I don't have the strength to carry any of it now, so I'm passing it on to you for talking with me. It really helped. Thank you.
Marked location. I've already been there.
Oh, you're a true explorer. Good for you.
Why would they have two people tell you where the loot is? A little bit strange. Because it's talking about what we just found, right? Just outside, I presume. And it's strange. Well, I guess this is a place you can stay. Kind of cool, actually. because you have your own stuff. You can level up here, you can cook here. By the way, look how many level ups I have. I'm gonna do it eventually, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna cook too much. I don't need to cook. Also, this is one of the few places with a bed. Then, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nothing in here, right? No. Okay. Let's get out of here. Yeah, there's several places to go. Like that I could go. Part of me does want to just explore the various caves, but on the other hand, I feel like maybe I should be, be double certain that there's no more quests for me. Like, I mean, I had mentioned it before you guys saw me go into the Pictish hideout. Like, why does it exist if nobody's there? Again, where's Syria? I think that's a valid question. I don't know. I really don't know. All these places... Well, I should probably go to Ulfr Village. I should probably just finish that quest. Maybe there'll be more for me there to do. Go ahead, guys. We'll just kill him. It's free experience. Ow. Wow. That hurt a lot. Okay, let's eat. Yeah. Here. Okay. So we'll go to Ulfr. It does seem like we must be able to get into Conqueror's home, by the way. Because it does say that it requires his key, so I'm going to talk to him again. And I also do need to talk to Fuska for the quest.
So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
Nothing. Okay, yeah, I don't know why... I believe that that's his house. I don't know why it requires his key if I can't get it from him without, like, killing him. So, I don't know if I've talked to Thicker either.
No. You're not a Dauriata. And you're too scrawny. Wouldn't make much of an
Oh, whoops. Impression. What are you on about?
I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight. So Concha would see it and say, bloody hell, that Thyka's strong. I'd love to wrestle her. But with
That's weird.
you, it just wouldn't work.
I'm strong enough to fight you.
No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer.
Dude, I'd beat you up. What do you see in Conquer?
Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tear limbs off. Those massive fists must have crushed dozens of skulls. And the scars. Look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened.
Okay, doesn't it bother you that he's from another tribe?
What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfr? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us, but I'd help him with that.
Alright, so that's how Ulfrits court people, huh?
How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know?
Romantic letters, knights fight in tournaments for ladies' honor. They give little gifts, jewelry, embroidered handkerchiefs, flowers. Yeah, that's...
Handkerchiefs? Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop.
Great idea. Hit him. That'll definitely work. I actually don't know, but this is a different culture. Maybe it would. Yeah, just try talking to him first.
I'm no good at talking. I'll forget what I wanted to say. And he'd think I'm thick. He probably already thinks that. With me just sitting here, staring at him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's what she wants to do, is fight, right? What if she even is literate, not to be racist against Dalredans? They also write romantic letters?
Look at me. can you picture me writing romantic letters?
I can?
Then you might need your head checked.
Knights fight in tournaments for ladies' honor as well.
And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch.
Correct.
Mata, I'd die of boredom.
Okay, nice talking to you.
We'll talk again someday.
Maybe I'll tell Conquer. Hey, she's got a crush on you, bro.
So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
No, can't. Rough. Sorry.
What do you want, outsider?
So, her dad is entering the stone sleep and she doesn't like it. I want to help if that's how you're reacting.
No, wait. I'm sorry. Everyone says I talk before I think and need to work on my temper. You are an outsider. That wasn't an insult. How foolish of me. Maybe the fact that you're not one of us means you can help. Murder, thank you for opening my eyes.
Start from the beginning.
Right. The beginning. My name's Fuska, daughter of Olaf, of the Ulfr tribe. My father is doing something I fundamentally cannot agree with. He's giving up on life because someone convinced him that, as a member of the Stone Wardens, it's the right thing to do. But I think it's pure madness, and I'll do whatever it takes to stop him.
What did you want from Darvan?
I asked him to convince my father to delay the sleep. But talking to him is just like trying to reason with a wall. Honestly, I'd throttle the old man myself if it wouldn't get me exiled from the tribe. Traditions, traditions. Everywhere I turn, it's those blasted traditions. Do you know what stone sleep truly is? It's a curse. A curse wrapped in fancy words and false honor.
Why do you think it's a curse?
Think about it. The stone sleep is death in slow motion. First, it weighs down your soul, then your body. You stop moving, and the stone creeps over you. You never know if it'll take days, months, or years. You have no idea how long you'll hold on before the stone claims your heart or your mind. And our ancestors thought this was a blessing? To me, it's obvious. It's a curse, plain and simple.
Well, yeah, why don't you want your father to enter the stone sleep? It's supposed to be his calling. Well, I already know that now. Darvan says you should respect your father's wishes. I don't know how she'd react to that, so how can I help?
Honestly, I'm not sure. From what I've heard, there's no way to reverse the stone sleep. But maybe that's just a lie. I do have an idea. Although it's risky. At least for me. For you, as an outsider, it shouldn't be too difficult. I'll explain if you agree to help. You could also try talking to my father. Just don't let him drown you in all that honor and tradition nonsense. I've had enough of it, and trust me, you will too.
What's your idea?
Near our settlement, there's a man called Frost. He's a nameless reader, exiled from our tribe long ago. Frost claims he created a potion that can reverse the stone sleep. I think they cast him out because he defied tradition and saved himself. I can't risk being seen with a nameless. If anyone caught me, it'd be over for me. I'd be as good as exiled, cut off from my father forever. That's why only you can help. No one will suspect you.
Sure, I'll go to Frost.
Great! Give me your map. Here's where you'll find him. May Medder bless you for the help you've offered me.
Okay. I can do that, but I do want to talk to... I always get him confused. Darvan, Harvan... It's Darvan, right? Yeah, I think so. I just want to double check that there's nothing new that I can do for the Stone Wardens. Because the last thing I got was I learned how to make sharpening stones. Which I think is a little bit useless. Just a little bit. Kinda. I have like 300 of them, I think.
Well met, traveler.
Okay, I guess I'll ask. We already overthrew Thrigvi, but why did you guys conspire against him?
Conspire.
I already know.
Call it what you like. Plotting, scheming, or just doing what needs to be done. Thrigva's not a man anymore. He's a curse on the Ulfr. And curses don't just go away on their own. Stroner and I understand that. If you're wise, you'll understand it too. Someone has to stop him. And it sure as hell won't happen by sitting around.
Ironic.
Until next time.
Alright. So Darvon has nothing for me. I'm gonna see if Ast does.
Welcome.
About the stone sleep. That's well, I already know they used to be people, and she doesn't talk much, and it is normal for those who are around Weirdstone a lot, so she's not gonna be able to help. Okay. Just want to make sure there's no quests I missed. So I guess we'll go to Frost. Wherever this guy is. Out in the weirdness. Huh, all over there, huh? Can't imagine him being in the gorge. I guess I want to go to Crossroads. We go to Volker Village. Okay. Also, I kinda want to talk to Stroner again. I forget where he's. Wait. Where is he from again? Wasn't he on the? He was at the base of this building, right? This him? Yeah. Let's see if he has a new quest for me now that he is the chieftain. Maybe he does. Doesn't seem like he adds anything. Yeah, I wish that at the very least he'd have a recipe for me, like something new. That doesn't appear so. Oh, here's a grindstone. I was wondering where they were. Okay. Already did a quest for him. Okay. So we're gonna go south. Meet Frost. Oh, he's down there. Can we take an elevator? Is he down in the gorge? Okay. Alright, so I must be able to go down that way. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, wasn't there a cave here? Yeah. Cave by the cliff. Yeah, probably after this I will go to Nest and do all that. Or sorry, Self. Do all that. Hello, Frost.
Stop right there. I don't get many visitors. None I trust, at least. What do you want?
Who are you?
I don't care about your name, so don't waste time worrying about mine. Let's just say I'm someone who knows enough to stay alive despite the odds.
Why are you hiding?
You ask too much, outsider. Some things are best left buried. Now, tell me why you're really here, or leave before someone less forgiving finds you.
Looking for merchants? What? I'm looking for an adventure? Neither?
Nope. No adventure here. Just me, minding my own business. and I strongly advise you to do the same.
Your Frost, Fusca sent me. She said you might know about reversing the stone sleep.
Fusca? So she still thinks it's worth fighting? I've seen plenty like her father. Stubborn, clinging to their traditions. They never listen, even when the truth is staring them in the face. That girl's got spirit, though.
Well, why are you helping her?
Let's just say I have my own reasons for fighting the sleep. It's a curse, no matter what the Stone Wardens claim. If someone wants to avoid it, I'll do what I can to help. That's all you need to know.
Alright, I sense there's a story behind it.
Yes, but the story is mine, not yours. What matters is what I can do for you, not what I've been through. Besides, the less you know about me, the safer you'll be. And trust is a luxury I can't afford.
But you can help her?
Maybe. Reversing the stone sleep isn't simple, and it's not always possible. The process isn't just physical. It's tied to the soul. If Ulf's already far along, this might only delay the inevitable.
What do you need?
What do you need? I won't be the one brewing this potion. Here's the recipe. Just don't come crying to me if you blow yourself up in the process. Don't take too long. Time isn't something Ulf has much of. And remember, don't tell anyone you've been here. If the Ufer catch wind of me, this hiding spot becomes my grave.
Alright, you got it, bud. Potion for Ulf. Do you have an alchemist station here? Does this lead anywhere? What? Touch. Oh, great. Easy. Can I touch it again? Okay, when I go back there for the chest. Glare. Apparently I've already gotten one. Hitting a target has a 5% chance to blind them. QDO. And a potion. You know, I've come across so many chests with one bottle of alcohol. There we go. Thought that was kind of crazy. I feel like there should be more. Titanium poison arrow. Probably deadly. Just the way out. Okay. Strange. I do like the look of Forlorn Swords, but yeah, it definitely does feel unfinished. I've mentioned it to a few people here and there, but what I really wish they had done is to have it then 0.9. They had Cuanacht and the Horns of the South, and then they would just be very sure that it's how they want it for the, you know, for the final version. I think Cuanacht could have had a little bit of help in terms of the various bugs, so they could have had those ironed out for before the final version. I need to go back. Because then in that way, they would have just been working on the bugs and, you know, fixing things up for the first 2 acts. And then in Act 3, they could have devoted all their time until they felt like it was ready to release. Like, I would have been fine waiting another month if it meant that there'd be, you know, if this would have been more fleshed out. I think most people would have the same opinion. Alright. Oh wait, I have to make it first. Is there an alchemy station here? I'm gonna have to make it. Why is there a question mark over here again? Oh yeah, there's something like way down there. Never discovered what it was. Unless... No. Well, maybe. Well, as I said, there is a mine shaft here. I wonder if the other end is here. There's a way to get there somehow. Interesting. Could be. Alright, well, I can just make an alchemy station here. I have tons of cobweb. Alright. Ulf potion. It's alphabetical. Okay. Craft. Settled. May as well craft a bunch of these. Alright. Alright, time to speak with Ulf. Well, Ulf should make the decision, obviously. I shouldn't force it upon him. Because, right, it should be his choice. I mean, it kind of reminds me of how the Númenóreans and Lord of the Rings were able to decide when they died. Well, I guess he's not exactly deciding, is he? Well, I don't know. He's like just letting it happen. So now I guess it's his choice. If he wants to make it random or not.
Who goes there? Is it you, Fusca?
I'm a friend of the tribes. Who might you be?
I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us? Or perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead?
Well, I mean, it's none of these, because I've already completed it. But I guess the voice of the tribes.
Let me guess. Everyone's falling over themselves to answer the call. No? That's what I thought. This isn't the first time Gurfon has called for a moot to unite against Camelot. And, as you can see, no one's eager to show up. The truth is, the Dalriada are tired of war. Old feuds and fighting off the monsters of the weirdness are burden enough. We're too divided, too worn down to take on a fight beyond the Forlorn Swords.
Well, I spoke to Fusca. She doesn't want you to enter Stone's sleep.
Of course she doesn't. She takes after her mother. Always trying to keep me close, tied to her apron strings. But Fusca must understand. I'm her father, and she owes me respect. I know she loves me. She proves it every time she cares for this hardening body, even as she opposes my decision. But my mind is made up. It's my right to decide how I leave this world, and my time has come. You won't convince me otherwise, so let's not discuss this further.
Well, here's the potion. Drink it if you want.
Let me guess. Fusca sent you. That girl is so stubborn. I can see her pain, but I've carried my own for long enough. It's time for me to go, and I want to go on my terms. This isn't just about tradition. I want the stone sleep. Here, close to Arn, and the others. If you take this from me, you take my dignity and my freedom.
I don't know. This is a little bit tough because it's like, I know that in certain, like, especially way back in the day, like Icelandic culture, whatever, I know that there's different cultures that do have a belief where it's like, once you hit a certain age, 60, 70, 80, whatever, especially back then, once you became a little bit of a liability, they wanted the elderly to essentially take their life as they pleased, because they were becoming a drain on the resources. And it's like, right, they're nothing like how they used to be in their younger days, and that was just like the culture that they had. So it's like to be like, no, you're gonna have to live another 10 years, in this aging body and then die. It does feel a little bit weird to be... I don't know. I feel like he should decide. Right? I shouldn't force him to... I don't know. But I on the other hand, right, he's making it sound like the mother is dead. So it's like, right, I don't think that Fusuke should be left alone either. And she should probably take the priority.
What are you doing? No!
I didn't want to force it. I was just trying to convince you. Oh my goodness.
How could you?
What? Okay, you're welcome, Olaf. Okay, I thought that I was just trying to convince him. Hey, she needs to come first, not... Hold him down, summons. Okay, well, I guess that's what happened. Whatever. We done good. Guess what? Hello. Where are you going, Fusuke? About your father.
Yes? Do you have any news?
Your father's recovering, but he's stopped speaking.
So, you used the potion? Thank you, Medder. You have no idea how grateful I am. We don't have much, but please, take my mother's necklace. It's a fine piece of Delrida craftsmanship. You'll get a good price for it. Everything will be fine now. You'll see. With me looking after him, he'll get better in no time.
Okay, we've done, yeah, okay, whatever. I can't teleport from here. Yeah, to be honest, something I might do just for fun is I probably will equip King Arthur's stuff at some point and just wear it. Also, I should like dump this stuff, right? At least so that it's not going to be weighing me down. But yeah, I am a little bit tempted to... Wait, this is quality? Oh, sorry. Where's King Arthur? Ancient Knight's breastplate. Wait, so if I go by quality, where is Arthur's chestplate? What? Where is it? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to find it at a later day. I'm surprised I don't see it here. Huh. Okay, I see Sir Lancelot's stuff. Okay, I don't know which one is his then. This is it, right? Yeah. Yeah, so it requires me to have 5 perception. So I am a little bit tempted to wear all of his stuff anyway, even though it's not useful. Just because I want to see what it would be like to wear that. Who knows? Also, it does help with Four Dwellers. I'm a little bit curious if... I don't know if there's going to be an event in which I need to be able to deal extra damage to Four Dwellers. Maybe at the end? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I know that they were preparing me for the trial. But yeah, so I'm going to return to Self. I think that she's here. Actually, should have double-checked that. But I'm going back to Cuanacht. I'm going to talk to Self, see if there's anything else I got to do for her to make her happy. Okay. Alright. Quests. Big dreams. Yep. Right of the day. A lot of apples and bread. Yep. Man, I am a lot stronger. Also, these guys probably all take one hit, right? Yeah, 650 experience for that, despite the fact that they're all, like, really easy to deal with. I do find that a little bit weird. The experience is a little bit strange still. Because it's like the bears, like the bears in the Forlorn Swords, half of them give you like, what is it, 40 experiences, either 40 or 60, and they take like 5 or 6 hits. While these guys, who are very easy to kill, they give you 10 times to 15 times the amount of experience. So yeah, there definitely needs to be a new calculation in terms of experience. It doesn't make too much sense, but is right. I'm sure that there are certain ways to run around in which you can level up incredibly quickly. Hello.
So you've returned. Did you have a nice nap? Was the company to your liking?
It was entertaining.
I'm glad to see you're fitting in so well, even among our most unique company. I personally am very fond of Sympathy and Trickster. There's something admirable in the way they cling to existence. Sometimes I wonder if they do it purely out of spite. I hated every second of it. Sympathy and Trickster are an acquired taste, to be sure, but they serve as a lesson in what it truly means to be a child of Morrigan. Even in failure, even in death, we can still have our uses.
You have any more tasks?
Me? Not as such. What I do have for you is a meeting. Perhaps the most important one of your life. You are to meet with War, the High Priest of Bardb. The rest will be in his hands, and most importantly, in yours. That is all I can tell you. Now go, my fledgling. And may Morrigan's wings shield you from enemy eyes.
Okay. Let's, get out of the way. That's not bad. Oh, he's over here. Oh, I have to pray or something. See if we'll get anything cool. Hello, High Priest. War.
Welcome, child of Morrigan. Now you
Did I-
stand
oh.
before her presence, ready to receive the highest honor.
Hey, Vidar. Wait, what? What?
I went by that name once, yes. Now, you see me as the embodiment of war, one of the three holy aspects of the goddess Morrigan. Ask your questions, child, before the time comes to fulfill our goddess's will.
So did you deceive me?
You stand before the goddess of war, death, and destruction, and you're surprised that I used deception to test your dedication. I thought your time with the children would have taught you that the ends justify the means. My purpose has always been to recruit only the most worthy followers.
Okay, and what if I killed Self and the other children?
Then you would have proven they were unworthy. If a hatchling could overcome a crow and its fledglings, then they weren't fit to serve Morrigan. You would have purged all ranks, and I would have found new devotees. It wouldn't be the first time a high priest took such measures.
Interesting. Well, Self sent me here for a new task.
What do you take me for, child? A mercenary commander. Serving Morrigan is no common duty. It's a calling you feel or don't. And only the most faithful may stand before Morrigan's presence.
Uh-huh. Not religious, but I get results. My actions prove my faith.
Your actions are meaningless. The Corax hasn't revealed itself to you.
Corax.
The Corax is Morrigan's herald, a promise of liberation. The Corax's appearance is a sign that it's time for the children to step from the shadows and declare their dominion over Avalon. And I know the Corax favors you most often. Such is Morrigan's will.
Interesting. So you want the children to reveal themselves and take control of the island?
Precisely. For too long, we've lurked in the shadows, preventing Morrigan from claiming her rightful throne among the gods. We've ruled Avalon for centuries, guiding its fate according to our goddess's will. So why shouldn't we openly claim what's already ours? Imagine it, child. All united under Morrigan's banner. A supreme goddess who cares for her followers, unlike
How did she care for him?
Mother.
We'll
bring peace on our terms, with Morrigan's blessing.
Come on. How in the world is this goddess of death caring? I literally just killed Luth. Like, for those of you who missed it, I guess I killed the person that was teaching me, and that was under her order. What are you talking about? We kill each other all the time. Like, this is part of the children of Morrigan. This is what we do. How in the world is she caring? Okay, how do you know that? How do you know that this is Morrigan's will?
Indeed, I have faith, but no certainty. And since it's you who has the honor of witnessing the Corax, I'll send you as an emissary before our goddess. It seems she has chosen you for this communion, and I humbly accept her will. Find out what our goddess requires of us, and I will ensure her will becomes law.
So I'm to meet Morrigan's Corax. Where?
I've seen it in a vision. The nest. Where your meeting will take place. Listen well, for her words are sacred, and return swiftly to bring me her will. May Morrigan's wings shield you from prying eyes.
Okay. I don't like Morrigan. To sleep in the Corax nest. Pot. Which way? This way. Okay. Okay, so where's the other nest? Yeah, Morrigan is the bad guy. For sure. Oh, there's another question mark I never saw. Oh, another one. Whoa. I'll kill him. I was told that there's 3 to kill. Like 1 per thing that we grabbed. May as well do it. Because at first I was told that he only shows up after you do, after you grab one of the relics. But then after you kill him, you don't see him again until the next relic or whatever. But it sounds like what actually happens is that for each relic, a new one will essentially pop up. But you can only be chased by one at a time, and then once you kill him, the next one won't pop up for a few days, if that makes sense. This is number 2, and then in a few days, another 4th level will appear, who I will proceed to kill. Yep. And then, yeah. After that 3rd one, then we're done. So it sounds like, at least. Okay, so it's in the Forlorn Sort. So I have to go up here again to show it on here. What? Showing me to go to Cuanacht. And this is telling me to go to Forlorn Swords. Well, my assumption is I have to climb back up that, right? Because that's the nest. Yep. All right. Here we go. Man, I remember the first time I climbed up this, I was so terrified that's gonna fall all the way down. And it's still a little bit nerve-wracking, a smidge, but I think we're good. Also, this lip right here, I was terrified I was gonna be pushed back or something. But yeah, let's go. To the next dream. Bill of Morrigan.
I called.
Oh.
And here he is. The king, torn to shreds, pieced back together.
Do you know who I am?
I know you well, Arthur.
Everyone knows me.
You play with me, slip through my grasp. I close my claws around you and clutch at nothing. You cling to life. It amuses me. But in the end, you will lose, like all the rest. Sooner or later, you will be mine.
Okay. By the way, I do want to mention one thing with like literally everyone knowing who I am. Like not everybody, but like half of the characters, it feels like they know that Arthur is inside of me or whatever, is the passenger. I wish they didn't do that. I wish that instead of it feeling like it's every other, it should feel like one person, maybe two per region, is aware. Because it's not exactly that it gets old, but it's like, you know, it loses the sting or it loses the intrigue when literally everybody knows that, hey, I can sense Arthur. Well, everybody does. It's that, like, it's no longer special when everybody knows. But anyways, what do you want from me?
Decide. The paths of self. Whispers in the shadows. Wings gliding silently on the wind. Crow eyes, watching, patient. Or the path of war, the wild screech, an open assault, beaks and claws, blood.
If I choose one, what happens to the other?
They die by your hand. Their paths cannot merge, like day and night. Like breath and scream. One must yield to the other.
Does it matter to you which path I take?
You ask a crow what it prefers. Warm blood or cold carrion. The crow feeds on what fate delivers. All will fall into my claws when the time comes.
I don't want the path of war. I'll choose the path of self. Your children should remain in the shadows.
So be it. Walk the path of silence. The wind will carry your whispers. The enemy will not see you. War will not sense your blade. Bury it deep in his back.
Okay. I gotta teleport back to Cuanacht, I suppose. What a nice night. Okay. Where's the way down? Is this it? No. Well, it's full. Okay. I'm assuming I have to go all the way back. Yep. Alright, we will pop one of these out. Fuel. May as well identify some of these. Do I have enough for all this? Cost 25. Yep. Man, there's a ton of stuff in here. Gem of Carrying. Cool. Alright. A bunch of loot, none of it exceptional. Oh yeah, I actually do want to talk to Arthur at some point. Maybe I'll just do it now. Okay. Yeah, about the Tomb of Galahad.
Galahad. I should have known he wouldn't be too happy about being brought back. But I hoped he'd died in peace, and would return in peace. I was wrong.
You two didn't get along even when he was alive?
War isn't a time when you can afford likes and dislikes. Galahad was a great warrior. He made decisions no other commander dared to. But would he have been a good leader in times of peace? I doubt it. That's why news of his death in battle came as a relief to me. Men like him, once they gain momentum, are nearly impossible to stop. In that regard, he and Galahad the Pure were quite alike.
How did he die?
He led a dangerous expedition, one of the most important of the Age of Conquest. Had it succeeded, the war might have ended much sooner, but it didn't. And so the fighting went on. After the war, I had his remains recovered and this tomb built. Over time, he came to be seen as a noble martyr. But who he really was, well, you've seen that for yourself. I regret the fate he met. Let's make sure his sacrifice wasn't in vain.
I don't know if the Age of Conquest is supposed to be the Age of Legends, and that's what they called it in time, but something that is a little confusing to me, kinda, is that, like, Arthur, like, right at the end of the Age of Legends, Arthur left. Like, it was right after. So it's like many times when he talks about building a tomb, right, the war was over, time of peace, whatever, it's like, well, in the Age of Legends, it's not like there was any time period in which Arthur had the ability to get anything done. He was gone. So I don't know if the Age of Conquest was later, or what he's exactly referring to when he talks about peace. I mean, there were like lulls in the war, so maybe that's what he's referencing. I'm not entirely sure. Well, what do you think about Sir Bast?
Meeting him made me reflect on one thing. How many great knights were swallowed by their ambition to sit at the round table. Somewhere along the way, things must have gone terribly wrong. If men could kill one another for something that was meant to be an honor, I pity the lost knights of this world. I'm glad this one will have a chance to fight at his king's side and serve me, as he always wished to.
Okay. Well, let's do another fast travel. We might just do this quest and end it. There is another thing I might do. I don't know how fast it would be. But there was a quest of Carla the Witch. And I think that would go fast. I know where she is. And one of my quests, I was supposed to find her. And I found her. But I didn't talk to her because I was going to wait until you guys could see. Also, I kinda am tempted to just jump down there to get that question mark. Maybe I will in a minute. But let's kill war. I mean, yeah, I don't want a war. Why would I want a war? We just prevented one from happening. Hello.
Speak. What is the will of the goddess?
Your decision. It's let Morrigan's children rule the world now. Morrigan does not permit the children to reveal themselves. I must kill you.
What is this? You dare lie to the High Priest to fulfill Self's traitorous will? I see through you. You blaspheme. For Morrigan's will has always been to seize dominion over the world, and I cannot be mistaken in interpreting her signs.
Alright, well, Morrigan is death. She has always ruled over the living. You're right, this is my decision. Morrigan allowed me to make it.
You... How dare you? How dare you defy the will of the priest, mere fledgling? Let Morrigan drink your blood.
Ow. Gotta say, war isn't too tough. That was fast. Okay. And inform them about the end outcome. Wrong way again. This way, guys. This way, guys.
You did splendidly, my crow. Tell me, did you truly speak with Morrigan?
Kinda. Yes, she allowed me to decide as I see fit.
That's surprisingly reassuring, I must admit. Honestly, I thought Morrigan was more of a myth than an actual goddess guiding us.
Huh.
I'm almost envious, Crow. I can't recall anyone in the history of the children who's spoken with the goddess face to face.
That is a little bit weird that she's like a leader and she doesn't even believe in the goddess. By the way, I just noticed, look over here from the island asylum. This was their testing of the Red Death when they injected people with weirdness. I don't know how she got her hands on that document. But anyways, what happens now?
I will guide the children of Morrigan in the way we've always known.
What's over there too?
In the shadows that protect us. In the shadows, we are safe. We can focus on what truly matters. Building security and creating stability in these chaotic, unpredictable times. And I suggest you do the same. Act with wisdom and prudence in your decisions, so that you may forever remain a child of Morrigan. And remember, you'll always have a place here from now on. May Morrigan's wings forever shield us from prying eyes. Somehow, that sounds truer now.
Sweet dreams. Crows, everything. Wait, got a achievement for that. Increase critical damage, increase attack speed. Actually, that's pretty good. Like, it's a pretty high value. 50% for both. Especially if you can get crits. Physical attacks regenerate 15% of damage dealt as stamina. Sneak damage. Increase critical chance by 30%. That's pretty high. Increase critical chance by 20%. That's pretty high. Wait, so it can increase by 50. Wow. Increase sneak damage by 50. I mean, what are my odds currently? Does it show? Not in, or does it show in status? No, it shows in attributes. Critical damage, critical chance. So if I increase it by 50, by wearing those two. I'm at 82%. It would be cool. I mean, I bet that there is equipment enough to make it that you get a critical hit with every single attack. That is intriguing. And if you're able to increase critical damage, I don't remember. So does, well, I mean, it says it right here. Critical damage is 201%. Right, so it just is deals double damage. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that would be interesting because if I take the axe, I think it's an axe that deals like, I think it deals an additional either 100% or 200% when doing critical damage. Then on top of that, you have equipment that increases critical damage. Then on top of that, you have your melee crit chance to 100%, like if you're able to do that, which it seems reasonable. Because with those two pieces alone, you get to 82. There is an amulet that increases it by like 10-20%. I mean, if it is at 20, then you could get it to 100. So then what would that be? Like 300-400% damage with each attack. Right? And if you upgrade it to deal 200 damage similar to Erendite, I mean, you're dealing a pretty giant blow with each attack. That's not even counting if you do a heavy attack. And you really could be dealing close to 1,000. Pretty crazy. Anyway, also I have increased melee damage as is, but interesting. Very interesting. Well, I do have a little bit of time left. Also, there's look how little is left to do. I can't complete these, but yeah, I need to find Carla, and I'll probably talk to him eventually. Might even do it now. Where's the way out? This is the way out. This is, yeah. If it's morning, maybe I'll go to Earfear. I mean, if I complete those two quests, then I've done every single side quest. So then I'm gonna have to find more for the next episode. I don't know when I'm going to be completing the whole game at this point. Yeah, it's middle of the night. So I'll go to Carla first then. And if I still have time after that, where was it? It was somewhere over here. Also, I don't know who to give the deserter scalps to. I've gotten a fair number of them. Oh yeah, and also another thing that I've realized is that for some reason these things are so annoying. For some reason, I don't know what happened to my antler fragments. Like, they seem to have disappeared from my inventory, but on the other hand, I've been seeing tons and tons of them with each kill. By the way, I don't know if they're in my inventory now. The only reason why I had noticed this... Yeah, here they are. Yeah, so there's 0 in my stash, but I know I've gotten tons and tons of these. So I don't know how that really is happening. I don't know how they disappeared. But on the other hand, I'm getting like 2 or 3 per kill with a deer, and it used to not be like that. It used to be like 0 or 1. So I'm assuming that in one of their updates, maybe they accidentally deleted them from everyone's inventory, so now they're like upping the drop chance or something. But anyway. Yeah, Carla was over here, I think. If memory serves. I just died? Who killed me? Galahad. Come on, bro. Too much. Yeah, somewhere over here. Yeah, right here. Hello, friends. Can't talk to them, but Carla's right here. Hello.
Your soul is diseased. There is something poisoning it. But it isn't the Red Death, is it? I can't sense that in you. Yet I detect a trace of wordness. It looks like your fate was sealed. But then something shifted your life's direction. You're an intriguing one. I am Carla.
But like, see, she also knows that Arthur is a passenger. She's getting that hint. It's like, right, again, it makes it less important, less valuable. It doesn't hit as hard for somebody to know at this point, because it's like, well, literally everyone knows. Like, it's like I'm literally glowing and only some people notice. It is a little bit strange, because right, this would have a stronger effect if she was the only person in Cuanacht who noticed. Isn't in that case, right, her words would have a lot more weight to them. But anyways, a Lemuel told me about you.
Ah, Lemuel, the not saint, the most zealous of the doubters. What did that old man ask of you? To kill me and the men in front of my tent? Another sin he'll eventually have to run from? Yes, that sounds like him.
Yeah, just die. Why are you looking for him?
Why? Because I still have nightmares about the night he took my dignity. Because that night has never really ended for me. He took advantage of me when all I did was try to help him. Then he fled. It's not something one can forgive easily. I certainly can't.
Took advantage of you. He's a harmless old man, if a bit mad.
That old broken man is nothing but a facade that Lemuel adopted years ago. He's even begun to believe it himself. No, but he can't hide who he is or what he's done from me. He violated a woman who saved his life. And now he's telling everyone I am a witch. He says he did it because I bewitched him. He's a defiler. And sooner or later, he'll hurt someone again.
Sure, I'll help you.
There is a way.
We killing him?
Horrible sins affect the body. They petrify it, even though such a thing may not be visible to the naked eye. When you find Lemuel, simply whisper a spell to him. Quiran, Shon Piakai,
I have to memorize this.
Arrange Corp. And then bring him to me.
That's it?
That's all. You know what to do.
Okay, hopefully I can memorize the spell. Otherwise, he'll be like, what are you talking about? Actually, he's probably going to realize that I'm trying to cast a spell on him. Where was he? It's not showing him on the quest, is he? Or is it? I don't remember. He was somewhere over here. I think he was right before that bridge, actually. Okay, something about peaches. That's all I really got from it. Okay. And then the last word was kind of weird, like Gikur? I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I mentioned it to a friend recently. That what I think is kind of funny is many times in shows and movies, they make it that all the spells are in Latin. And I always think it's funny that's always the same. Because it's like, I don't know. I think that other languages, like, especially since some people know Latin, or it's like if you know Italian, like it kind of sounds familiar, so it's not that weird to me. And usually it's like in a very bad Latin, where it's like, you know what would be cooler is if you have like a different ancient Galahad. Really? Bud. Ridiculous. He keeps killing me. He's getting out of hand. But anyways, yeah, I would think it would be kind of cooler if they use a different ancient language, like one that's rarely used, if ever, or like not known about, like Akkadian or something. But anyway, Lemuel. Oh, good, I didn't have to memorize it. Ugh, phew. Okay, Korean, Sean, Peach, Istich, RN, Gekorp.
What? I'll remember these.
Oh, easy. Oh, I'm carrying him? Okay, let's head back. Well, well, well. Alright, we'll complete this and we're going to be ending it after that. Because, alright, it should be... Yeah, it's going to be morning soon. It really does look like a web up in the sky. Kind of creepy, but kind of cool. Yeah, it is crazy how different they had things just like a year ago in this game. As I want to say around a year ago, they decided to make the weirdness like this. It used to be that the weirdness was just a fog that roamed around, but they changed it to what you see now, where it comes out at night. I do like the change, but it was quite different at the time, and they were trying to figure out what to do. It's an interesting time in the game.
You're here.
Alright, I bring you Lemuel, transformed into a figurine.
40 years. I've been waiting 40 years for this moment. Wondering whether I would ever see this day. Here. You've earned it.
What's going to happen to him?
I don't know yet. What do you do with a man who's done something so terrible?
Fine, just kill him.
Maybe what he's going through now is enough punishment. I don't really think it is. Maybe I'll just toss him into the fire.
Yeah. That's my vote. Why did Lemuel turn into a figurine?
It's a spell. A very specific one that I've been crafting for years. Especially for him. These words bring to light the sins of the body. Good luck on the road.
Thank you.
Thank you, stranger.
No problem, bud. Alright, 2800 Wand of Chain Lightning. That sounds like an awesome item in D&D. All lightning damage has a 33% chance of dealing 50% of its damage to up to 6 targets. Attacks have a 10% chance to stun. Interesting. Okay, very cool, very cool, very cool indeed. Yeah, I thought that there were amulets. I am tempted to create some sort of a character that has a chance of like one-shotting tons of different enemies. I might do that just for fun, especially before the end of the game. I also do want to wear King Arthur's stuff. I think that would be cool. But yeah, it's about to be end of Weird Night, right? Yeah, 7 minutes. AKA 7 seconds, yeah. But yeah, what's a good spot to end? Yes, right in front of this skull. Perfect. Perfection. Okay, let's end it here. Take that stuff. Photo mode. Alright. Well, well, well. Evil McEvil. Well, I have no quests on my quest board or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's all over. There's definitely other quests that exist. I am aware of, I want to say 3 others. Well, I am aware of 2 at least. And then there are people that I haven't talked to in the Forlorn Swords. So I may do one more episode accomplishing all of that. There are a few caves I've never entered. I'm going to want to do those dungeons before ending the game. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how many episodes are going to be left of the series. Maybe 5 at most. But yeah, we will see. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Please consider subscribing if you have yet to do so. If there's an issue with the video, please leave a comment as to how I can improve things in the future. And yeah, please join my Discord if you're interested in joining it. I probably should post that again in the posts tab. I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that today, right after I finish recording. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I really do hope to see you guys in the next one. So yeah, see you later. Bye-bye.